On this episode, we talk about equity in a startup, bots in e-commerce, and SEO. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 65 of the AskEngine show. We are off to a good start. I feel like the intensity has raised, and I like it.
We got some good weather today too.
Yes, it is beautiful.
Some of our contractors were getting like 5 inches of snow today, which I was just like laughed at them as we have like 72-degree sunny weather outside.
Just send them a picture of you like outside sipping lemonade. We went and presented at a conductor accelerator program, and the highlight of the trip for me was getting in. It's like a GMC Yukon, but
it was an awesome
had like
car.
Internet, like little drink station, like it was insane. I was like, okay, this is nice.
We worked the whole way down there, worked way back. It was really nice.
Job offer and proposal sent.
We got a lot done
in a 2-hour drive. But talking about getting stuff done, we got 3 questions for you today. Let's jump into it.
Question 1. This person is starting a tech company with 2 friends. They're the only one backing it with money and covering it with personal expenses. They want to know, how should we divide the equity? I say look up Fred Wilson's post on dividing equity in startups and in kind of like venture-backed, equity-based businesses. It's what we follow here at Engine. It's what other companies should follow or riff on it in some way. The post here mentions that we've agreed that I receive 50%, they each get 25%. And then if somebody else joins in, should they dilute their shares? Really just follow that blog post. Keep a portion reserved for option grants and future employee equity. That's really smart so that you don't dilute yourself super early on before you've even accepted funding because you hired somebody new.
Yeah, and also I would highly encourage, if these people are not putting anything into the business, I mean, obviously you want to reward them. 25% of a company, especially if you plan on that company growing to any sort of substantial size, that's a lot. They're going to have a lot of power within that company. So I would recommend a very structured vesting period. It should kick off at the first year, so they have no equity until the first year, and then they fully vest over 4. That's just super important. Because you can give them equity, but they also need to stay in. If you're self-funding and helping them pay the expenses, they need to show commitment over an extended period of time to actually acquire that 25%.
Perfect. Second question. What is a chatbot and how can I utilize it on my e-com website?
Perfect. So we are, what is today, the 18th? So you're watching this on the 19th. Yesterday so Facebook had blocked chatbots and third-party applications. They're slowly starting to accept those back. It's still going to be a few weeks, but praise be to everybody who is creating bots. Shout out to Rutger. You know who you are. He's my bot man. He's a German. He was the botonator yesterday.
Yes.
So what is a bot? A bot is a communication tool. At its most simple form, it is a way to communicate with your consumer. There's a lot of functions that you can do. The most basic level functions are abandoned cart sequences via bot. So it's another touch point that you can communicate with your consumer. It's a great way to push content once people have subscribed to the bot, so you can subscribe and tag them based on the types of content that they enjoy. And it's another form of communication. I get really excited about bots when it comes to connecting identity and data and using it as a customer service tool, a function of customer service, and kind of automating that, or helping a customer service rep be able to field and service more people.
Yep.
What do you like about it?
I like the idea of conversational websites, which is something we're seeing a lot of. And I'm digging around here. I was trying to find the name of one of these platforms, and Landbot is the one I was thinking of. But basically, it allows you to build a landing page or a website that's 100% conversational in nature. So you drop into it, and it looks like you are talking to somebody through Facebook Messenger or through iMessage. And basically, you can give them options, give them buttons, give them a chance to respond via text. And it really makes the website landing experience very interactive. And it's a lot better than just, here's an offer, give me your email. So that's what I like about chatbots.
Yeah, and that URL is landbot.io. That's a really fun one.
Last question. Is SEO still relevant?
No, it's not. You don't need to use it ever.
Yes, of course it's still relevant. It's challenging, and it takes a lot to build up any sort of kind of baseline metric on organic visits, but it's super important because it's traffic that's earned, that is directed at something that you are an authority on, which is huge. I mean, you can't ask for a better traffic profile than somebody that searched for your brand name and then lands on your website because they're looking for you. or somebody that searches for your product name and then you rank for that and they land on that site, they're looking for your product. You have done something to earn the authority to show up for that. So that's very, very important. SEO is not dead.
Yeah, and I would really encourage people, if you're going to be around in 18 months, SEO matters. Talk about Factual. Like that's a fantastic example.
So Factual was a publishing brand that John and I started back in late 2014, almost just as a side project. We hired on a whole bunch of writers, published a lot of content about historical-based facts, interesting news blurbs, kind of like a highbrow BuzzFeed is kind of what we kind of pitched it as. And we struggled with it. We didn't see much out of it with this brand new domain, even though we were publishing awesome content. A lot of our stuff came through Facebook. We built up 120-something thousand fans off of that, and everything came through Facebook, nothing organic. We left it alone. We went off, did Hayseed and now InGen, and we started looking at it again the past year or so, and we're getting 100, 200, 300,000 page views a month off of this because we have so much content that we're ranking for.
And it's not been touched since.
Yeah, it's not been touched since maybe early 2016, which is just so funny to me that we got out of Google's black box and now we're ranking for all these topics. And I looked at this morning and there were like 20 odd people live on the website at like 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
perfect. So it's a what are you optimizing for? Are you optimizing for a sprint, or are you running a marathon within your business? And if you're running a marathon, which you probably should be, SEO matters a great deal. It's about consistency. It's about being patient, and it will pay off as long as you continue to make that bet.
Yeah.
Perfect. Question of the day.
I want to know if anybody out there has experienced the Google black box and then how they saw their site get out of it. So if you saw dead SEO for a long period of time and then all of a sudden you just see traffic, that's kind of Google's black box. I would be curious to see how our listeners got out of that black box.
Perfect. Thank you all for watching, and we will talk to you tomorrow.